So that's the reason. The reason behind our support should be the reason behind our intention. And a lot of people go out with these false pretenses. Well, I'm going to go to your show and I'm going to see what it's like because I want to be able to talk about you to other people and tell people how terrible it was.
Or peg you. Or put you in this category or that category.
I want to be able to tell you what you're doing wrong. Or I want to blast you on Facebook and tell everybody else what you're doing wrong. I don't want to support you. I want to have you come to my show and do something at my show because I know you're dope. Not because I support you. I want you to get on my project. Not because you're dope, but because people think you're dope. I don't think you're dope. They do. So you being on my shit will sell my shit.
Right.
So I'm going to sell this because you will help me sell it. Because your face or your name or your words are enough for me to push this a little further. For me to push this out a little and make it shine a little brighter. Make it a little more appetizing. You know? You go to a Chinese restaurant and you get your favorite dish, right? Get your favorite meal. And I bring it to you on a dirty styrofoam plate. Right? You're not going to eat it. But if I put it on nice, fine china, put a little garnish on the side, and sit an empty wine glass next to it, it'll look a lot better. It could be the exact same meal.
Right.
But it's the presentation. Some people invite other artists to come out to their show because that other artist will up the presentation of the venue, will up the presentation of that event.
The overall value.
Right. You know, if you pour water into a glass, right? It's just water. Now, let's say you slice a cherry, cut a strawberry, cut a pineapple, and throw it in there. It's not just water anymore.
Right.
Because the presentation is different. Right. And not because you changed the housing of the water, you changed what's inside of it.
That's right. That's right.
Okay? And that changes the presentation. It's the same thing. We in this artist community, we say we support each other. My question is, if we say we support each other, then why do so many artists feel isolated?
Yeah.
I talked to a brother not too long ago, and he said to me, he was like, I don't come out anymore. And I said, why not? He was like, because the love that should be shown to certain people isn't shown. And I said, are you not getting love? He's like, no, I'm getting all the love, and I don't deserve it.
Wow.
And it takes a strong person to admit that. Because if you know that you are getting something that you don't deserve, and you're man enough to admit it, or woman enough to admit it,
right,
that says something about your character.
It does.
And if for you to step away from that love because you know it's not genuine, that says a lot about your character as well. As an artist, I feel like the community should support the community. I feel like we should be able to actually give back to our artist community. We should be able to give to the children in our community. We should be able to give back to our community, full stop, period.
That means we have to have different venues.
Different venues, different types of art.
Right.
Different things that appeal to different people.
Right.
You know, we need to have that acting class.
Which is work intensive.
We need to have that writing class, which is work intensive. We need to have that open mic class, that performance class. Some people are great poets and great writers and great performers and just don't know how to approach the stage.
They need the teaching component, the teaching element.
See, and these are things that we need. These are things that we don't have. But these are things that we say we want.
We say we want.
We say we want them. And then we'll have people in our community and in our circle who can do them. When they try, we don't come out.
Right.
When they try, we don't support. When they try, we don't give them an encouraging word. We tell them, well, why are you going to do that?
Right.
Or, good luck, I hope that works out for you.
Because it's outside of the parameters of what our comfort zone. We like that comfort zone. We come back to it and almost force other people to stay in there with it, with us.
Yes, and that's the point. See, people are so caught up in trying to appeal to a certain crowd.
Yes.
My crowd is the world.
Right.
My audience is the globe. If you don't like me, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't like me, I'm not your cup of tea. I'm just not what you like. You know what I mean?
I love that.
And it's that simple. And
it's okay, too.
Yeah. Like, it's okay.
Because the world is big enough.
Exactly. Like, it's okay for you. Peace, bro. This the camera? Yeah, this is the camera.
What's going on, man? Yo.
What's up, man?
I'm on TV? How you doing?
Yeah, you're on TV.
Hey, mama. How you doing?
Starsky, what's
North's
up?
Very own Starsky
Tomorrow,
right here,
man.
You know?
You come by tomorrow?
Come by tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. All right.
So you'll see him soon enough. So now, that's the thing. Like, there's so much that goes into this community and goes on in this community. But then people don't take advantage of the fact that there are resources here. I've met tons of people at different open mics who say, oh, yeah, I want to be an actor. I want to do theater. I want to perform.
No outlet.
No outlet. And they're afraid to step outside of Newark. This city is rich with talent, rich with experience.
Yes,
rich
sir.
with exposure.
Say that. Tell them that.
We have to be able to reach beyond
this.
Yes,
sir.
You cannot reach the globe in a closed room.
Preach, sir. I'm getting ready to take off my hat and give him an offering right here.
But you understand, like,
yes,
people don't. They're afraid. Oh, why don't you go to New York? Why don't you go to Brooklyn? Why don't you go to the Bronx? Nah, I ain't really gonna do that. Why?
That's the language too.
What are you afraid of? Because that's what it boils down to. What are you scared of? What are you afraid of? What about stepping outside of this city and taking a train ride? Mind you, you're a train ride away from being in a totally different state.
That's right.
What stops you from taking that 15, or depending on what train you catch, that 15 or that 30-minute train ride to get to another part of the country and do your art? Because that's really what it is. New Jersey and New York, two different states. You going to New York is you being in another part of the country. You are in another part of the United States of America. You're traveling to another part of the country.
Confidence.
See, and that confidence comes from a lack of positive, constructive criticism. We can break you down because we don't care about building you up.
Wow.
We can break you down because if you're lower than me, then I can stand on your shoulders to feel higher.
Yes.
If you're lower than me, then when I look down at you, I'm not looking at who's looking down at me. I can distract myself by degrading you. My focus doesn't have to be my reflection, it's yours.
Right.
And that's the problem. People are so busy focusing on everyone else's reflection, they're not doing any introspection. Look at yourself. Before you can say anything to anybody else, look in the mirror and ask the person that you see in that reflection, are you doing enough? Are you saying enough? Are you loving enough? Laughing enough? Crying enough? Are you living enough? Because if you're not, you're not. Simple as that.
Does the artist community have a subculture? And I mean a subculture that really speaks to, that's opposite to what main culture is?
Yes.
Do you hear that enough in the venue?
I feel like the main culture of the artist community that's in this city and in most artist communities is we will all make it together. The subculture is not if I get there first. Because everybody wants to drive the car. Nobody wants to get a ride.
The old adage, too many
chiefs, not enough Indians. Too many chefs in the kitchen makes the stew turn bad. Yeah. See, I was raised by a black Southern grandmother with an old soul.
Oh, yeah.
And I was born with an old soul. So when I say these things, I'm not coming from the perspective of somebody who has been spurned by the artist community. I haven't been spurned by the artist community. No. That's the sad part. Well, and I can say this.
But that's a good thing.
Exactly.
Right.
Because I'm not the person.
Because that's where your originality comes.
And I'm not sitting on the outside of the artist community saying, oh, well, they don't love me. They don't care about me. They don't support me. People have told me that they like what I do. They like my art. They support my art. And that's fine. But I'm talking about the people who aren't loved like a guy like me. I'm talking about the people who aren't given that same respect of a guy like me.
Right.
You know? I was talking to a brother last night on the phone, and we were having a conversation about the fact that this city has a wide range of talent, and it pigeonholes itself with what we express. If it's not poetry, or somebody rapping, or somebody dancing, it's not us. Because we are so concerned with this pseudo-intellectual perception of what is black enough for our culture. What is black enough for our city? First of all, who said being black is a set of actions and choices? Who said that?
We say it to ourselves.
Why?
Why?
That's the question. Why? Why is it if I choose to speak or walk or talk or act or showcase a talent in a certain way, I'm not black enough? I'm just not black enough anymore. Oh, you want to sing and dance and go on Broadway? Black people don't do that. How you know? How you know?